Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Grizzly on the Hot Boy. Derek Green, our psychic, has got the night off. Crazy Witch. Hello, Norma. Hello, Pamela. How you doing, Denise? Hello, Liz. Welcome to the show. Lucy, Catherine. How you doing there? We got Yolanda, Liz, and Barb. Hello, Barb. Welcome to the show. Irene, welcome back. Yeah. Give you a hand and round of applause there, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy Witch, how's everybody doing tonight? Leona King, hello there. Welcome to the show. Lucy and everybody. Boy, yeah. So it's going to be kind of interesting tonight. For some reason, the dolls are acting up. Why is that? I could never tell you. So, interesting. So how's everybody's week been? Been fascinating? So our person's like, I can't get in. Well, I don't know what to tell them because I've sent them the correct link 3 times. So, yes, Irene, the dolls, they love to have the center of attention on the show. They do. Barb, you know, the dolls have got all of them. Got you all to themselves. Yes, they do. FDL Paranormal, welcome up to the rear. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's finally jumped in on the show. Welcome, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Are you there?
Good. There's a lot of echoing.
Not on my end. You got another program open a couple of times?
Hold on. Let me just double check. Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I
right.
did.
I understand.
I had 2 screens on.
Yeah, that's all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, my apologies.
So, how are you doing tonight, Brian? And tell everybody who you are and where you're from. Oh, so Denise, you got some cat balls. Since you said that, I'm going to reach over in my corner here. Not only do I have cat balls, I have cat balls. So, no matter where we're going to play with them, you know, I can tape them here. So, I can tape them up here. So, matter of fact, just for giggles, since y'all love my cat balls. So,
Yeah,
of course, I got to get my tape gun out. So, introduce yourself, Brian, to everybody.
Okay. Yeah, well, as Grizzly knows, I'm Brian. I work for Derek Green, who's the owner of Southwest Yorkshire Paranormal Team. And I've known Grizzly for quite a long time. Love his show, fantastic guy. And as I said, I'm an empath medium and a paranormal researcher. Plus, I'm also into parapsychology and that. And I do a lot of live streams with different people and that. But when they asked me to come on, I felt so blessed.
I'm glad to have you. Lucy says, okay, something real quick. I'm a school bus driver, and I was driving and telling my aide about your show, and we're talking about aliens, and something hard banged on the bus.
Wow.
Now, what does that tell me, ladies and gentlemen? And something, when I looked out, nothing was there, and I just laughed it off and said, the aliens are listening to you. Yes, they do listen to you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I do have my cat ball right here in front of one of the other camera. So, yeah. So you know what? That was a typical sign. Probably cats who lost their balls for Paranormal World. I knew somebody was going to say that. Yeah. Tell Brian we can't see him. He's in the dark. Brian always operates in the dark for some reason. They want to see your beautiful face.
Well, I can turn this on.
So, yeah. We have 11 in the chat. Angelic Never will keep the girls in line. So, yeah, there we go.
There we go. Didn't want to scare anybody.
Oh, Lordy. Hey, Brian, Yolanda says. So,
Hey.
what has been going on with you? Anything interesting paranormal going on? I'm going to move
Uh,
the cat ball and put it
well,
on the mic stand.
actually, I've been doing more research. Like I said, I'm into parapsychology and that, so I'm doing more research into that. Plus, the uh, the building I live in, believe it or not, is a seniors building, and I'm constantly picking up on different emotions, different intentions from different people, uh, all over the building. So trying to shut that off sometimes. But some of the stuff I've been getting, I thought there's a lot of beautiful people. There's been a lot of people that are very confused, and so it's being in that path in a building like this is very interesting in that. Plus, uh, Derek and I have been quite busy with, like I said, these fantastic lives and that, and trying trying to come up with different topics to talk about, and getting ideas from different teams as to what topics they feel most they feel strongly about. And there's actually one topic that drives Derek nuts, and that is, what is the difference between a ghost and a spirit?
So, what is the difference between a ghost and a spirit?
Okay, the
So,
difference.
what is your definition between the difference between a ghost and a spirit?
Okay, well, the difference is between a ghost and a spirit. Okay, like people are always saying, "Oh, I'm talking to a ghost, so I'm chasing after a ghost." All you're doing is, see, basically a ghost. Okay, is just a memory. Okay, it's an imprint.
Right, a record player,
Yeah,
imprint.
exactly.
A
Like watching
spirit
an old video.
is who you talk to. That is
Yeah,
correct.
it's just a residual, and an empath or a medium or a sensitive, whatever, would link into that energy and find out, like try to learn anything from that energy of what happened in the past. Okay, so anytime you go into a building and you see something, you call out to them and they don't respond. Um, it's not they're ignoring you. It's just a memory. Like you heard of the stone tape theory, and that all energy is electromagnetic, has electromagnetic properties that can be recorded in the different types of material, like wood, stone, whatever. So that's basically what that is.
Right, right.
Okay.
All
Now, when it
right.
comes to the spirit, okay, that's the actual person. That's the actual entity. Okay, that's in the atmosphere. That's where the communication comes from. That's when a medium and a spirit can actually interconnect and get communication if the spirit person wants to, and that and to me that's the exciting part. Whenever Derek and the team go out to a location, the first thing I try to find out is, okay, what's residual and what's intelligent? And those, is there a spirit person in the atmosphere? That's the part I love the most in that. And like again, just to give you a rough example, let's say you go to a very old abandoned house or something like that in the middle of nowhere. Okay, there's no one around. It's been there for decades, if not centuries, and that you hear stuff in the house, you hear stuff on the land. Okay, then it's your job to try to decipher who is where. Is it residual? Is it intelligent? Is it a combination of both? And that, so it's to me, it's really fascinating. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so it is. So a lot of people, I call it a record player, right? Or the ghosts
Exactly.
and the spirits are the ones that you can interact with and have
Yep.
conversations with and intelligent responses.
Yep.
It is an imprint, like he said, and I do believe that is totally correct. And we see that a lot on TV, to where they'll be like, "Oh, that girl just walked through the wall." Well, 30 years ago, that wall had a doorway there, ladies and gentlemen. So it does not know the difference. See?
Yeah.
So this is where I always come back and talk about the record player effect.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's an imprint.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, okay, see, a lot of the times when a spirit person is in the atmosphere, and that a lot of times they'll see the location of what they remember, of what they see, not what we see in the present day, because there's a big gap of time. Okay, so let's say you got someone that's in an old house, and this is back in the, I don't know, just hypothetically, 1870s, and there was a door on the one side of the house. Well, 50 years after that, the door was moved. Okay, so and you see is where the spirit remembered where there's a door and there isn't a door there anymore. You would see a spirit person going through the wall, but I thought what they remember is going through the door.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. That is, a lot of people do get confused on that. So, I did want to bring that out. Now, I'm trying to validate something here real quick before we move on. And I sent a link to somebody. And I think that somebody actually entered the show. And let's see here. Usually I don't do this, but I am going to do it here. And let's see here. And of course, it wants me to give me feedback. Okay, we'll do it later. Let's see here. What in the world? So, okay. I just want to say, hello, Lucy. Welcome to the show. Liz, what's going on, girl? How you doing tonight? Boy, y'all should have been on the last show, man. I got so fired up, and boy, I was just on a roll about the law and how this guy was acting. And
Well, that's what you're passionate about.
well, it's just I do not like when people think that they can get away with stuff. And it was a cold case that we actually covered on another show prior shows ago, and he ended up being in front of another judge, and he is behind bars right now, waiting sentencing in the trial. So, and I just try to explain to people, birds of the feather flock together, and if you're a bad dude and you're hanging around bad people, you're going to be labeled as a bad person. So, we got Wanda. Hello, Standing Stones. How's everybody doing? So, when you go out and paranormal investigate, what do you look for?
What what do I look for?
Yeah, when you go out into the field and you go into a hospital or a building, what do you pick up? What senses do you use?
Well, when the team goes into a building, and that depending on what kind of building it is, but the buildings that I love the most is either a hospital or a mental hospital or an REF location, or as what Derek went out to a location, I think a couple of months ago or something like that, to where there was once an ancient Roman settlement, and that, and what I tried to do, and was like this hypothetically, I would go into a mental hospital. Okay, when they go in there, what I try to do is I try to decipher. Okay, what's residual, what's intelligent, and that. And if I can't quite figure out, what's what, I get my guide to go ahead and interact with some of them to see, what you're willing to communicate, and that, and what I try to do is I like to try to make a link with any spirit people that are willing to come forward, because see this where psychology kind of comes in, that I like is trying to gain the spirit person's trust, because when they're here on the earth plane, and that they had very little trust in people of what they went through, so regain their trust, and then by showing respect, showing them love, so okay, I'm here to hear your story if you want to tell it, or you can tell it to my boss, okay, whichever you want to. So we try to offer help to them.
Ghost ball alert! Ghost ball alert! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Donna. Welcome to the show.
Yep. I just heard someone whisper in my ear, "She's at it again."
Yeah, that figures. If you hang around morning blueberries, you become one too. Judy's quote. Yeah, Judge Judy's quote. That is correct. That is absolutely correct, Irene.
Yep.
Standing stones. I had a ghost come on my back one time when I was doing a repair on a boiler heating system in this old house in Boston. It was like a cold blanket. I was kneeling down in the dark with the drop light. You know what? You and your dark places and holes in the ground. Nah, I'm good there, standing stones. That's for sure. I told to leave me alone. I was just fixing something. Hey, crazy saying. So yeah, so people do actually have experiences. Barb, standing stones, what do the ghosts do to you? I never heard of that. Is that in the ditch? I knew Barb was going to say that. That's why I have my finger on that button. So Barb had some really interesting things happen on her property, and I believe that she has some elementals that are living amongst her woods. And I got a toe cramp. Just the perfect timing when you're live on a show and not wearing shoes. But no, I think she's got elementals. She took some photographs and she could hear things, but she could not see things. And I was up 3 or 4 in the morning working on some stuff, and she sent them to me, and I was like, "Ooh!" As and then I did a national show.
Yep.
And I was like, "Man, you got to check this lady out. Her name's Barb Hartman, and blah blah blah." And she's got Element. And then did you know that Disney is coming out with the new Elemental movie?
No,
so how ironic that was. Yes, that was ironic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I heard that word elemental, and that
my
guy's earwigging right now, and he just told me that when it comes to elementals, he goes, he said to me, they're interdimensional.
Yes, they are. Earth, wind, fire, and water.
Yep, from the lower regions of the spirit world.
Yes. Hello, Donna. So I've been in thousands of scary places all by myself, Standing Stone says. Standing Stones has been in some crisis, so. Now, Barb, when she drives the car and grabs hold of the wheel, ladies and gentlemen, you better buckle up. You believe it or not, you will go for a ride with Barb in control. I found out the hard way.
Wow.
But yeah. But now elementals are interdimensional. There's a lot of legendary and folklore history around them. So.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Stingray.
Stingray says, I have doors opening and my radio comes on last week. I'm not scared, just intrigued. Yeah, but the part when you're being touched, no, that's the part that's not intriguing to me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So.
They're just saying, hi, we're here.
Yeah, okay. But they can send me a text.
Yeah. Yep. And you notice that they play around with the electronic equipment. They like monkey around with that kind of stuff, but it's the energy that comes from it that they're drawn to. You see, they feed off energy.
Yes.
But another area that I really enjoy working with whenever we go out to locations, and Derek knows this, is I love working with spirit children. And because to me personally, I don't think children that are in spirit, I don't think they should really be here on the earth plane. They should be, with their parents in the heavenly lights. But for some reason, they're either stuck down here or they're waiting for someone to guide them up there, or whatever the cause is. So when I hear about children, I think, okay, I've got to find out more about these kids. Why are they at the location? How many are there? Why they're there? And that did they pass at that location at a young age? There's so many things I want to find out about these kids, but trying to gain their trust, just like the adults. But so far, since I've been doing my mediumship, I've helped countless children of different ages cross into the heavenly light.
I heard that voice in your room. I don't know if it said he's right or is it true. I heard a voice coming from your room. So that was 2608. We're going to have to write that down, 2608, and we'll go back and rewatch that and listen to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah. Well, see, when my father-in-law was here on the earth and that, he loved to give advice. He loved to help people. He loved to share his knowledge with different people. He hasn't changed one bit, and that since he left the airplane, and unfortunately he died before I met my wife, and that. But neither myself or my wife knew that my spirit guide would be my wife's father. You know, none of us knew. None of us knew that when I found that out. My wife was overjoyed. Me, I was thinking, that sounds interesting and fascinating at the same time. And I want to get to know him better. But the funny part is, the stuff that he wanted to tell me is what he went through his childhood. With him being born and raised on the farm. And so
you got a bunch of birds in your area right now?
What's that?
You got a bunch of birds in your area?
I know it is. The wife's watching TV in the next room.
Oh, I got you.
That's
what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure if she's watching YouTube or Netflix, but she loves British shows.
All right. Yeah. So, have you ever been scared on an investigation before?
I think I was kind of unnerved. I went to one location years ago where I found out that there were multiple demons in one house, and I didn't really understand demons at the time. And then the way they were making me feel, I was thinking, I don't think so. And that's when it really, I knew that, I was sensing what they were, and I knew it was not good. And because I wasn't used to it, because I didn't understand it that well, I got very unnerved. And I thought, I'm not staying around here. Forget it. I'm going to another room or something and forget it. But the interesting part is that a couple of days later, I was not able to go back to that house. So what I did what's known as remote viewing. So in my head, I could see the same part of the house. And I saw, I think it was either 3 or 4 of these black, I don't know, these black shapes. They're just like almost like an oval shape, just pure black and according to my friend, and that they really stunk. Like they were a really foul smell.
Wow.
And they were brought in, unfortunately, by this lady who was monkeying around, I think, with a Ouija board. But that's going back about...
You got to figure, ladies and gentlemen.
25 years ago.
Yep, it's always a Ouija board. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Grizzly on the Hunt. We got Brian here from Canada. So we're talking about record players. We're talking about other things that go bump in the night. So investigations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Norma. I don't smoke either. But she says I can start if it gets rid of the ghost. I can see Norma with a pack and a half of cigarettes all at once in her mouth, smoking that. So, yes. Have a good night, everyone. I'm picking up my daughter from work, and she's scared of listening, thinking about ghosts and the paranormal. Well, we won't scare her too bad there. All right, there, Barb. We'll catch you on the flip side. Hope you have a good weekend. Glad you stopped in. So, yeah. Everybody's saying bye-bye, Barb. So, yeah. So, how long have you been doing your investigations and so forth?
Well, so far, I think about the investigations that we've been on. You know, at times we get a lot of stuff, sometimes we get a little bit of stuff, but the interesting part is that whenever we do go out to a location and that, um, we don't really care if there's a ton of activity or just very little activity, and that, like, as Derek said, that through the whole night, if just one cat ball flashes, and that's it through the whole night, hey, he's happy. Or if he gets one EVP and that's it, he's happy. And I agree with him. At least we made a little bit of contact. But the one thing we do love doing, and Derek has mentioned this so many times, and that's the people in chat is involving them, asking this, because a lot of the people in chat we found have been mediums, psychics, sensitives, intuitives, whatever, empaths, whatever your gift is, and that so many people have picked up so much from in chat, and they share with the team, and the information that we got just from them alone is absolutely amazing, and it makes them feel, hey, we're only in chat, but of what we say matters, and that they take our information, and they think, okay, well, that makes sense. You're like very, very good, and that. So involving people in chat and people that want to watch our stream afterwards, after the go to play it back, and they ask us questions about that even afterwards. And we think, oh, fantastic! You got that little bit of information afterwards. Fantastic. See, we love to involve because sure we're becoming popular, but we're trying to. We don't want it to go to our heads, kind of thing, and that we have compassion for the people that are in spirit. We have compassion for people that are looking for answers, and we love to involve people in chat, or people that might pop on video link. We absolutely love it, and it doesn't matter where we go.
So, what do you tell people that are having paranormal experiences around the house?
Well, it depends on what kind of experiences they're having. Yeah, it depends on what kind of experiences they're having. They either the sights, sounds, smells. Like for instance, I've heard some people say, "Well, there's no one in our house that smokes, and yet we smell pipe, we smell uh, cigar, cigarette, whatever," and that. Well, chances are that there might have been a person that lived there before, like a previous owner, or if you're in a relatively new house, maybe there was a house on the same location in the past where the person smoked. So again, residual energy. It's just memory that you're smelling. If you want to use that term, and that
right.
So it's just memory energy that you're smelling. It's just basically just saying that we used to be here, but the memory lingers.
Yeah.
That,
what about
sounds,
things move? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when it comes to stuff, let's say, for instance, sounds, stuff like that, okay, especially for someone that's relatively new in spirit, okay, they come back, and they say a relative passes, unfortunately, they come back after a short period of time, and then how do they communicate? Okay, how do they say, "Hey, we're here"? And then what they'll do is, well, what energy they do have, they do the small stuff like move the door, move something small like a fork or a knife, or something, just something small on the table, move a glass. Nothing malicious. It's just basically saying, "Hey, we're here." Or what they might do, especially if the person that passed was very close to the person that's still in living, like that's, for example, the husband passes and the wife is still on the earth, and that he'll come back, and that and he'll give his wife a kiss on the top of the head, or stroke her like this very gently, say, "I'm here, honey, I'm here," and that. So it's stuff like that, nothing malicious, and then they're just saying, "I'm around, honey, no problem. I'm still here. I still love you," even though the wife can't hear or see him, and that. And but when it comes to like um, uh, sites and stuff like that, this is where a lot of people kind of get things a little bit confused whenever they see shadows and stuff like that. And that a lot of people attribute shadows to something bad, something evil, something malicious. No, and that it's basically a person that they had not learned how to properly form. Okay, you got your orbs, you got your ectoplasm, the body builds up. It's usually from the stomach up first, and and they try to build up, but sometimes they don't have enough energy, so you just might see an outline or something like that. They're still learning how to develop, so they haven't learned that technique yet. But in time, they can. I mean, they might be able to show their face or something like that. But at times, I feel that they're a little hesitant doing that because they don't want to scare anybody. They're just saying, "Hey, I'm here, but I don't want to scare you." So I think a lot of spirit people they want to show themselves, but they're a little leery because they don't want to frighten. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. That makes a lot of sense. But I
And
just
that,
don't think people resonate that when they encounters this,
exactly.
I don't think they put two and two together.
Hey, I used to be the same
So,
way.
hey, Nicole. Now,
I got
what do you tell
sunburned.
people when they want to
Ouch.
communicate?
What's that?
What do you tell people when they want to communicate with their loved ones?
Well, well, when they say they want, you know, the people that want to communicate with their loved ones, I say, okay, well, start out with something simple, and that like like moving something just to acknowledge that they're there, and that like a feather or something that was personal of theirs. You can say, okay, here's a feather, here's a dime, whatever on the table. Okay, if you want me to continue to speak with you, take that item and move it over a little, or better yet, get some baby powder or baking powder, a little bit of sprinkle on the table, and push your finger through it to let me know that you're there. And if you still want to communicate and that leave another mark on the table or move that feather or whatever, okay? But once you start doing that, and that next thing I would suggest, okay, is, and this is probably one of the simplest things I've done, is get a tape recorder or a voice recorder, okay? Go into the room where you feel that the most sounds or um, sights or smells that are the strongest usually. Go in there, turn on the tape recorder, and say, "Hello, anybody here? If you want to talk to me, this gadget here, this recorder, will record your voice. And if you want to say hi, please do so." And that maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and that, and then turn it up, play it back and see if they do say anything. And sometimes they might, you might hear them walking, or they might go, hi, or hello, something very, very simple. And that, and so I'd say start with that with a voice recording in that. But if you really want to find out more about what the spirit person really wants to say, then I would really strongly recommend for you to have a reading done by a reputable psychic medium, and get them to channel the loved one and see if there's any messages that need to come through. But if you just want to know that they're there and that they're happy, they're not, any ill will or anything like that, like I said, the feather, the dime, the baby powder, to just let them know that they're there, and then using a tape recorder or voice recorder, hopefully you can record their voice or record them walking, whatever. It's always a good start.
Yeah, I think that is very good. A lot of people think they got to have all this expensive equipment. Now, I do love my cat balls, ladies and gentlemen, because they work.
So do I.
So, unfortunately, I have to tape mine down because they will go flying during my live shows. So, but yeah, so I have to tape them down so they do not move and fly off. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. I don't think this show is about politics. No, this one's not politics. Not this one. This is about the paranormal and psychic mediums and the afterlife, and also you can ask questions. Nicole, welcome to the show. I don't know if you caught that earlier. I'm trying to catch up with all the comments. I'm getting me some cat balls this weekend, and I'll let you know how it goes when you use them. Now, let me tell you something. When I say cat balls, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking cat balls, and I've got boxes of them. Yeah. So I love cat balls. I love using them. They're good resources. They do work. You've seen them on my show. Mine went off a minute ago. So, but yeah, you don't have to go out and spend a whole lot of equipment. Now, if you're trying to prove something to somebody else, then that's where equipment can come involved, because it's hard to explain to somebody that your personal experience, like, oh, I'm being touched, nobody's going to know that. But now if the cat ball goes off and I'm telling you I'm being touched, and maybe there's some validity to that. So did they make cat squares? That I don't know. The reason why they're balls is they're supposed to play with them. And I think what happened is that some ghost hunters saw these toys made for cats. They're like, well, we use flashlights. Why don't we try to use these toys and see if the spirits will interact with it? And lo and behold, they did. So, yes. Greta said to me, Grizzly, you're being dramatic. Earlier, I was being dramatic. Yes. About taping my balls down. Yes, that did not sound good. I'm sorry. I do apologize for the audio people in the morning. My cat toys. Yes, absolutely, Nicole. I'm glad. Hopefully you get settled in here soon. How much are cat balls here? For $20, you get I think 9 or 15 of them. So yes, they're not very much over here. So, yeah. But I had to switch my cat balls out because mine had the lever on top, the button. So I had to, because they kept turning them off. So I had to get the lever that was recessed down inside of it. So that way they couldn't turn them off as easy. So because I'll be sitting here talking to you and I'll hear it click, and I'm like, then I go smack the cat ball, and of course nothing happened. So yes, Yolanda, I know. I was trying to be, I already got an email from one of the audio people on the platforms like, I damn near wrecked my car listening to your all show, in comments, and people come back and forth. So man, where do you get yours from? If I pay, you can send me some. Well, unfortunately, between the shipping from the United States to Japan, that's what's going to cost you.
Oh, that's gonna be
It's not the
expensive.
product. Yeah. So that's the only thing about that, Irene. Cat feels and see energy we don't. Maybe the cat balls feel the same thing. The cat balls work on vibration, right? And they also move and operate on movement. So as the cat swats the ball, the cat is intrigued with the color, so it chases them.
Yeah.
That's why they call them cat toys. So yeah.
I already said she'll pay for the shipping.
Yes, Norma. I actually just crossed my legs. So, and I got my body a little underneath more of the desk than I usually do, just to make sure, because I never know which one of you all are going to activate these dolls above my head. Sunburn after 2 days turn into suntan, then you have tan lines, and tan lines are cool. Hang in there. I saw somebody had sunburn. So, but yeah, I've actually got a guy from FD Paranormal. He's got hundreds of cat balls. So I will hook you up with him because shipping will be a lot cheaper from UK. But I do believe in cat balls.
Yeah,
My
good.
great escape, they say, I recently lost my grandmother, stage 4 lung cancer. I do apologize. My heart goes out to you. Not long after she passed away, I got an EVP from her saying, hello, pumpkin, which is a pet name for her and my grandpa that used to call me. Oh,
You see, that's validation.
that is.
Yeah. The best part is that that cancer that afflicted him is gone. He's got a clean bill of health.
Grizz should get an X-ray vest from work to protect him from the cat balls. Now, I do still have my bulletproof vest. So, but yeah, Nicole, get a good dose of free vitamin D. Yeah. Yolanda, why don't we all think about gold ball goes? I can't even read what she said, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we all think about balls going off at the same time and see if our energy works together? Now, ladies and gentlemen, since she made that comment that night that I was going to cancel all my live shows because I was feeling horrible, and I never cancel a show. And people were like, we're going to send you some good vibrations and Reiki, right? That's right. And I tell you, it actually worked. I felt the warmness, the heat, the tingling, and everything. And within a few minutes, I started feeling better. So, yes. You know what? I was actually going to put a helmet on, Irene, and come on to the show with you all and put cat balls taped all the way around the helmet and an EMF detector on it. Be like out of that. What's that movie where the kids were playing in the bedroom and that they made that woman? Weird Science.
Yeah,
Yes.
Weird Science. I saw that movie.
Yes. So, yeah, that is pretty funny there.
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
So Irene's laughing. Yeah. See, I think about things. I do. I think about things to entertain people and so forth. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like to have fun. I'm not going to deny that.
Oh yeah, everybody does. Yep. It makes watching the stream more enjoyable, more interactive. And that.
Yes, that is correct. I think so.
Yeah, you start in a good mood, you
Nicole,
end in a good mood.
yeah, yes, indeed. Hello, come on. I have 2 teenage boys. These jokes are all day, every day for me. See? They did not pick up anything from me, so don't blame me if they do. A bra won't protect your head. Now, listen, Yolanda. Now, when I was a kid, I used to wear bras on top of my head and act like airplane fighter pilots. And go around the house and act like I was shooting down planes. You know, the Red Baron, hang on, Snoopy. Snoopy, hang on. But yeah, Weird Science is a funny movie.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. So.
Yeah, there were some movies that they came out with that are. And there's one movie that it gives the wrong concept or perception of paranormal and all that kind of stuff. But I still watch it because I find it comical, and that's the movie Casper.
Casper?
And
What do you mean, Casper?
I have it on VHS. I find that incredibly comical.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what I thought was comical, I know this is a little off subject. Hey, Tiffany, welcome to the show. Was Dennis the Menace, and he put chiclets as his teeth. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. That's with Walter Matthau.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I knew Tiffany would slide in somewhere. So, yes, everybody saying hello to Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
So, Victoria, when you come on the show, let me know when you're here. I will say hello to you and give you a welcome. So, Stingray, I swear, Grizzly, I used to do the same thing to my sister's bras, wear them on my head, and I was the Red Baron. See, ladies and gentlemen, we do things back when we were kids, and also pots and pans and played the drums. So, yeah. So, absolutely. So, Nicole, Casper, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a. Now, I've got a trick question. I got a trick question for those in chat. It's possibly even for you, Grizzly, and that's okay. The character Casper, what is his last name?
Ghost.
In the movie,
Carlson.
what is his last name?
Carlson.
Anybody
Am I not right?
What's that?
Carlson. Well, I know my
Might be
things
getting
there.
wrong, but that's going by memory. But
hello, Gru Christofferson from Norway. Welcome to the show. Liz, thank you for the great show, Grizz. It's getting late here in Scotland. You okay? It's about 3 a.m. Hal. Thank you for the show.
Yep.
I'll watch the rest of it later. Oh.
Okay.
Good night, my darling, sweet dreams. Okay. Hope you have
What
a good night.
Casper's last name? Okay, it was Casper McFadden.
Get out of here. You're making that up.
Watch the movie. I'm pretty sure it's McFadden.
Standing Stone, somebody fact check him on that. I don't remember it. Why the hell would you name Casper McFadden? It was sloppy. Casper Washington.
One, Casper's father, what did he do for a living?
Well, you are a movie buff.
And Casper's father, what did he do for a living?
My dog's names were on my 3 sons. Well, that's interesting, Stingray. Dennis the Menace got on my nerves. Yes, I know. But hey, the chiclet part was funny, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yep. Casper's father was an inventor. He was an engineer. And that resurrection machine was his lifelong dream.
That's interesting. My Great Escape, he tried bringing my sons back to life. Oh. He was a scientist, that is correct. Yep, Scooby-Doo was my favorite. Catherine, we're all showing our age. Everybody's under 40. Okay, all right. Now, Catherine, let's talk about Jabberjaw. You remember that one? Or I'll say there, my boy. Frog leg, leghorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tiffany's laughing. Now, I don't know how we got on the topic of this, but what about you go. Remember the 2 buzzards? Well, Mama told me. Yeah, the 2 little buzzards that's always up in the tree. Yeah, so Yolanda remembers Jabberjaw. So, yeah. Yosemite Sam. I mean, the roughest, toughest shooting little thing. Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah, but Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. So Nicole actually fact checked you. It's actually McFadden.
McFadden, yeah.
But you said it was
McFadden? McFadden?
I don't remember what you said
McFadden.
now. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. I remember Mighty Mouse. So and Popeye.
Pink Panther.
Yeah. You know what? Put the Pink Panther theme song next to Stingray's face and picture. So.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, they don't have good cartoons anymore, And then you had Woody Woodpecker. Remember that?
Yep. How about Prince
Golden
Planet?
Girls. Oh, don't talk about Golden Girls.
I had so much with Golden Girls. The theme song and Rose and
yes. The Vernon Shirley.
Why would you have to do that? Stanley Stone says he loves Flintstones. So Fred's 2 feet. Catherine. I don't think I ever watched those movies. Or Atomic Boy or Atom Boy. Yes. These are actually cartoons and some movies. Yes.
Yep.
He died from the pneumonia. That is correct. Stingray, my Pink Panther, is my spirit animal. And here we go with the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls. I have nightmares. Oh, yes. Thank you for being a friend. Oh my gosh. Modern Stone Age family. Tiffany coming up. Where I was a weirdo. I never liked many cartoons. Maybe Beauty and the Beast. That's not bad. Tomcat. LOL.
Planet.
What?
That was an animated show in the early 70s, I think. Prince Planet.
Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. Rising up, shooting up, gold. Yeah, I remember that. Now, Irene, the old Godzilla, the black and white ones. Run! Here he comes! Those used to scare the heck out of me, and I used to have nightmares watching the old Godzilla. So, yes. So, I've seen a lot of movies. I'll be here all night. I don't get to watch that too much movies, but when I do, I try to.
Yep.
I remember my husband saying about Dooley Durrett, or Dewey Do Right. Dudley Do Right.
Dudley Do Right.
Yes.
Thanks for being a friend.
Murder, She Wrote. I remember that. The Jetsons. The Brady Bunch. Yes. Little House on the Prairie. Yes. Top Cat. Crazy Witch. Beverly Hillbillies.
My dad used to call my cat that. Top Cat.
Wally the Alligator. Yeah. So, I mean, you all are pulling up some Inspector Gadget. That was funny. That was funny. I was telling somebody today, scariest movies to give me heebie-jeebies: Conjuring 2 and The Nun, The Devil's Inside, Mirrors, to name a few. Those are some good ones. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I'm a huge fan too. So I actually, in some of my TikTok videos, I use the Godzilla theme song from Blue Oyster Cult. So yes.
Yep. There's actually another movie that came out in the I think it was the early '80s, and that it's all fiction, but it's a really good movie. It's with George C. Scott. It's called The Changeling.
Really?
And it's a good nail biter. It's a good movie. I've watched that countless times.
Nobody said the A-Team. Nobody's like Mr. T. Nobody said, what you be talking about, Willis?
Oh, yeah, Different Strokes.
Yeah, Different Strokes. So
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Well, they took that off the show years ago because the flag on the car. It's like,
I actually had that car's horn on the last car I owned. I had the Dixie horn.
Did you? Nicole, yeah. I just watched that movie last night, The Ring. Yes, I was the first
Walker,
one.
Texas Ranger. Oh, Chuck Norris. Love
Wow.
that.
Well, we went from paranormal to the mediumship to cartoons and movies. Y'all crack me up. We are reminiscent here. There's a party that cut out that she walks up the stairs backwards like a crab. Yeah, that would freak me out. You know, I get scared easy. I couldn't watch the movie. I'm scared of clowns. Woo. So, gotta go, y'all. Much love, everybody. I bid y'all good night. We're right behind you there,
That's
Crazy
crazy.
Witch. So, absolutely. I love the ring too, she says. But now there are a lot of, I don't know about the newer ones out there on the market now or out there on scene.
I'm not much into the newer ones. I prefer more nostalgic.
The Facts of Life, yeah, I had a crush on her when I was a kid.
Volacek, played by Nancy McKeon. I fell in love with her.
See? Nicole, holy moly. So, My Great Escape. Good night, y'all. I'm sending love from Washington State. Good night. We are right behind you here, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting
God
late.
bless you.
Everybody,
Everybody in chat. Love you all.
But don't forget, Sunday we got 2 shows coming up. One at 6 at Shake, Rattle, and Roll the Cage. We're talking about Bigfoot and other things that go bump in the night. If you missed last week's edition, that was interesting from the BFRO. That I still have nightmares on that. Yeah, some of the stuff that everybody was talking about. But then at 9 o'clock, we have. I have no idea who we have. Isn't that awful? Who is at 9 o'clock? It's 6 and 9. Let's see here. Brian, is it not you?
Well, I know I'm on next Friday at 9.
Yeah, you're on next Friday at 9. Oh, it is. I have no idea what it is. I have to go look at my calendar now. Isn't that awful? I do so, ladies and gentlemen. I have to keep up a calendar on them. The Exorcist, that's a given. Now, I want to see the Pope Exorcist. Every time I go to watch it, I get distracted. So, yeah.
Is that the one with
yeah.
Fire?
What's that? The Pope Exorcist, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I've seen that or not. I probably have. I've seen so many.
Yeah, it just came out. But Brian, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah, everybody in chat. God bless you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your interaction, your questions, your comments. God bless you all.
And that's a wrap from coast to coast around the world, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you on the flip side Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be me, myself, and I with Val, the Shumgoo guy. So, yes, tune in and let's see what we're going to talk about. Much love. We'll see you shortly, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.